Okay, I'll just make a little video about this. If you are somebody who actually rides your dual sport bike off-road, uh, you are pretty much certain to have something like this happen where you break your turn signal, and it's a nuisance to try and fix it. So this is my little life hack for fixing this, and I'll show you how I do it. But first I have to take this apart because this old BMW is a huge hassle to get the turn signal off, so I won't bother you with that part. Alright, so having forgotten what an epic pain in the neck it is to get these turn signals off, but don't worry, I did all of that because there's some other things I want to do. There's another way that you can do this, and I know this also works for KTM turn signals and probably many others, is that this whole thing comes out, and then you can simply take the spade connectors, or whatever these are called, off of here, and that allows you to pull the turn signal apart without removing the stock from its mount. Okay, so hold on. Alright, so I took that part out, and you might wonder, why do you want to take the stock off? Well, when you pull this stuff out through there, which, let's see, hang on a sec. Sorry, you have to take one spade connector through that opening at a time because they won't both fit through at once. So these turn signals have this plastic tube in there that is originally part of this piece here, but that's what breaks off, and I haven't figured out any way to fix that. But what I do, I will show you next. Okay, it's simple and it works great. Okay, so here's why you need to take this part off. And that is that how I fix this is with this, which is a piece of very large shrink wrap tubing. And this is the 3X shrinkage, and it has a glued hot melt glue inside. It's marine grade 3X or 3:1 shrinkage. And I'll put this together and show you the next bit. Alright, so I just slipped this over the wires and put the wires back through the cowl piece and slide that over that part and this onto there, and it will fit back onto the part that's broken. If yours doesn't have a situation where it will just fit back onto a part of the things, you just sort of stick it together anyway. This will work anyhow. I've done it with my KTM signals, and it's fine. So that's that part. You obviously need to cut this to be the right length. I cut it so it's just a little bit longer. Here you can see there's some extra distance in there. About half of that distance will be taken up in shrinkage, and that's about the right amount to get this to sit where I want it eventually. So now I just need a heat gun, and the next part happens. Okay, so a heat gun, and I start by shrinking one end of it rather than the whole thing at once, because once it starts shrinking here, it will shrink a little bit. Oops, I'm not pointing the camera in the right direction. Start here, and it will shrink in length some, not as much as it does in circumference. But so that's why it's a little bit longer, and I want to start at one end so it will kind of pull the whole thing together when I get it going right. And I'm not sure if I can figure out how to hold this phone up while I'm doing it, but maybe I'll give it a go and we'll see. And there you can see it looks pretty decent. Not maybe perfect, but here's the same thing I've done on the other side, because I do ride this 24-year-old monster off-road on occasion, and I have broken the turn signal stalks multiple times. And because it's 24 years old, it's difficult to get parts for anymore, and oh yeah, and I'm cheap, so there's that. Anyways, this is the quick and clever fix for your broken turn signal stalks.